Kemono Friends is an anime best watched with as little prior knowledge as possible. So pause this and do that right this second. But of course, make your way back here afterwards. That was good, right? You probably weren't expecting some CGI kids show to turn out so well. Neither did I. All I knew going in was that it was CGI, there were some memeable character designs, and that it was a popular show in Japan. At first blush, I'd not blame anyone for thinking this was some terrible kids show. The initially wonky CGI, the subject matter of a little girl being lost in a park filled with friendly talking animals, dialogue that I, even as someone who only took 2 semesters of Japanese, can understand a fair bit of. Then there are the educational splash screens, wherein real zookeepers from all over the world give speeches you'd hear if you were standing by an actual exhibit. That is essentially what you'll pull from the first episode, and as well crafted an adventure story as it is, I'd not be shocked if most folks gave up then and there. Don't though. I'm a firm believer in demographics and target audiences being just a guideline. That piece of art may aim for a certain group of people, but can have plenty of appeal to others as well. Kemono Friends is one such example. I won't pretend like there is some deeper meaning and that Kemono Friends is subtly ingenious and actually a show whose major demographic is adults, though it also wouldn't be fair to ignore how well made it is, and much of that has to do with subverting your expectations. There was a point I expected the rug to be pulled out from underneath me, a Madoka Magica or School Live moment where the cutesy atmosphere turns into something horrific. This feeling came in episode 4 while Kapan-chan and Serval-chan are exploring an underground maze in Japari Park, and Kapan-chan happens upon a Tsuchinoko, a fictitious serpent creature present in Japanese folklore. It's an interesting setup where this character is an archaeologist of sorts, exploring the ruins. She agrees to lead Kapan-chan to an exit, all the while the truths of the maze are revealed. We learn that the maze is actually an attraction at Japari Park, when it was still open. All the humans have vanished some time ago though, leaving the ancient ruin-themed maze to become an actual ruin. An uneasy tension comes over the episode, as if something horrible had happened to the humans, leaving only the skeleton of Japari Park to be populated by humanoid zoo animals. Did humanity go extinct, or did they turn into these animals in order to survive? And why are the creatures all female? It's not that I think knowing this prior to viewing can destroy one's enjoyment. I'm pretty torn on the whole idea of spoilers. I believe that a good story is still a good story even when you know what's coming. It's why I can rewatch Game of Thrones and be just as satisfied, if not more, on subsequent viewings. Even when I've been spoiled. That hasn't been a complete hindrance. That said, there are undeniable benefits to the art of surprising your audience. It can be wondrous to dive into something with little prior knowledge of what it entails. Nier Automata is one example of a recent video game that has done that, by most accounts, splendidly handling such an idea. And I think having such surprises can be really fun and interesting. I know CGI is not popular in the anime fandom. Polygon Pictures, the folks behind Knights of Sidonia, Ajin, and the newly released Blame film are one of the few studios that pull it off with consistency. Most of the time, CGI looks like shit and clashes with the 2D animation. Just look at the Berserk revival. But Kemono Friends gets by on CGI because it actually has some high points. The character designs carry it, Shubil and Tsuchinoko being 2 of my favorites. Truth be told, the actual animation of them isn't terrible, and it fits with the overall aesthetic of a kids show. Even the sparse world design can do the same. This does of course beg the question if we're forgiving it too easily for being intentionally low quality. But that's what Kemono Friends is all about, taking a bunch of elements that often don't work or mostly appeal to a younger audience and fine-tuning them. Kemono Friends is a refreshing of what you can expect from anime, what you'll find enjoyable, that you shouldn't put up boundaries, and that even a goofy-looking CGI kids show can be enjoyable to a 25-year-old man like myself. As always, like, subscribe, all that nonsense, it is very much appreciated, and be sure to check out the rest of my awful videos.